Bago magsimula ang laro, pakisubscribe sa aking YouTube channel, Follow Hoops Gaming, at bigyan ito ng like. Kung hindi, dudurugin kita sa laro.
Jackson by Jackson. After it against Johnson. Here's Mr. Clutch. Oh, good on the triple. And here's the fast break. Here's Brown. The Pacers pull it in. Matherin's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Halliburton. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Halliburton's got 11 points. Mark, you had a chance to defend a lot of great scores in your time in the NBA.
Yeah, and I did. It wore me out too, but I mean, I think the attitude of those guys stands out. Their relentlessness, the skill level obviously was there, but it was the relentless pursuit of the basketball and scoring opportunities. Bernard King, Larry Bird, Alex Ebers, Marcus Johnson was near the tail end of his prime, but he was a problem too. I mean, there were a number of guys in that. Kelly Tripucka, yeah, don't make my head spin.
San Antonio with the ball, following the 3 for Mr. Clutch. And that will be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Ralph Summers argued that WEMBY deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where you're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Free throw good, WEMBY.
A generational talent. For WEMBY, the sky is the limit and the reality.
The Pacers making a change here. Turner's checked in, and San Antonio with the change here too. Vassell's checked in, and so he hits both.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Over Halliburton. Offensive rebound, Spurs. Vassell wide open. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Indiana's gone 4-7 on 3-point shots in the second quarter. Halliburton in the corner. Siakam outside. Inside, Mr. Clutch. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Sohan, the pass to Vassell. Back to Sohan. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Now, you have to be aware of WEMBY on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
Siakam passes to Mr. Clutch. He tries for 3. Rebound by Sohan. Sohan's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Fox. Rejected by Halliburton.
Got to be impressed with Halliburton's defensive instincts there. I mean, able to come away with the rejection. You don't see guards do that a lot.
Jarris Walker. He's checked in for Pascal Siakam. Here's Halliburton. 11 points in the game. Pass to Mr. Clutch. Puts up a deep 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Mr. Clutch has got 49 points in the game.
They've given up a lot of 3-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Here's Fox. And the pass to Champagnie. Out to the right wing. Just 5 to shoot. The shot by WEMBY, no good. Fox against Halliburton. He feeds it to Turner. And it goes down 2 points. 6 points for Miles Turner.
For Turner, I think it's all about staying aggressive. I mean, when he does that, he's capable of converting over tough defense.
Floats it up for WEMBY.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better.
Guys, I hope we get to see a few more of those.
And again, That gives him 51.
Making it look easy. Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions. Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Here's Turner. Walker in the corner. Here's Mr. Clutch. A three-pointer, no good. And San Antonio shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here. Passes it to Champagny. Offline with his three. And it's the Pacers ball. Right now, I've sent it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Pacers obviously pushed the fast break. Tyrese Halliburton says the emphasis is getting outlets and running, playing fast. That's a good identity to have. It's a team that people want to play for, and it's a style you don't want to play against. You've got to be ready to play us. Kevin, the idea is for them to wear you down.
Baseline to baseline. And here we go.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Fox kicks to Vassell. Pass to WEMBY. And it's off from three-point range. The Pacers shooting has been just outrageous. 64% from the field to this point. Three-pointer on the way. And it's Mamoukanishvili with the rebound. And a fast break now for the Spurs. And they'll get another chance. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Fox has a lot of game. I mean, really good at distributing the ball, getting into the lane, and getting his guys.
On the night, he's going 2 for 2 with the strike. Free throw good, Fox.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter, but right now he's showing some aggressiveness out.
And so it's the Indiana Pacers enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. The scoring is
the Spurs 37. Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Pacers Youth Dance team.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What can you say, Mr. Clutch? An impressive effort here today.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
On the court right now for the Spurs, Sohan is the 4 with the lengthy WEMBY playing the 5. Fox is out there with Paul, and it's Vassell in at the 3. But these Indiana Pacers play at one of the quickest paces of any team in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's quite fitting considering the nickname, Indiana Pacers. And they do set the pace. They love to push that rock, and they do it relentlessly. Catching you before your defense can get set. It's a beautiful way to play. Tell you what, though, you got to be in great shape to make it work.
And he gets the bucket.
Now, I'm not shy about bringing it inside. Vassell is comfortable around the hoop.
Halliburton looking around. Mr. Clutch, the pass to Turner. Here's Mr. Clutch. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. From the arc, and Tyrese Halliburton gets the 3.
Halliburton's a really good knockdown shooter, which adds great value to this offense.
Over to the left wing. Ball kicks to Vassell. Pass to WEMBY. And it's WEMBY with the jam.
Assisted by
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Here's Mr. Clutch, guarded by Fox. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Halliburton inside the three-point line. And again, it's in the end.
You know, with barely any time left, Halliburton at that point just has to trust his instincts.
Here's Paul. Another shot. And Wembenyama with the layup. Wembenyama's got 10 points in the game.
Excellent activity and timing on the offensive glass. That's how you get extra possessions.
Here's Mr. Clutch. To the paint. Outside for Halliburton. Mr. Clutch, the pass to Halliburton. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Here's third, 80% shooting thus far.
Sohan with the ball. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Three-pointer, Fox drills it from outside. Fox has got 23.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is an illegal screen.
San Antonio
Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Ball finds Sohan. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Paul against Halliburton. Shot, high post. Here's Wembenyama. They get it back. They shoot again. In it goes for the fifth time and 10 shots for him this game.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
The pass to Mr. Clutch. Back to Halliburton. And Indiana.
Those are starting to add up. Their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Here's Branham. Turner covering. And it's sent back by Turner.
Man, the defense of Turner is astounding. I mean, he positioned himself well to come up with a lot of blocks.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Non-stop scoring machine here. Back to Halliburton. From deep. And Indiana.
Falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Here's Branham. And it's Mathurin with the rebound.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falls.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Halliburton on the wing. And the Pacers on number 3.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Wembenyama against Turner. Wembenyama, no good. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Pacers.
Defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Here's Paul. And just miss after miss right now.
This is definitely a day he'd like to forget. He just hasn't had the energy or the intensity to get it done out there. He's still scoreless.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
The time for the ball. Branham can't get it to go.
And another miss. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can get, right?
How to resist distance on the inside. They're taking full advantage.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
After exploding up the NBA radar in 2019, Siakam Clark has been a sure thing on offense.
Well, you know what you're going to get from Pascal Siakam. I mean, whether it's in the open floor or in the half-court sets, he's a guy you can count on delivering when you give him the ball in those situations. His offense never takes a night off.
Back to Halliburton. Over Paul. And the Pacers take on 2 more.
Terrific effort from Halliburton so far offensively. He's not holding anything back on that end of the floor.
Halliburton against Paul. Passes it to Sohan. That one misses. Good D by Siakam. And Indiana shooting has been brilliant in this game. 67% from the floor. Pass to Johnson. To the inside. Got a piece of it. Ball against Halliburton. Pass to Mr. Clutch. Shoots a 3. Rebound San Antonio. Now Paul. Nothing on the board. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Branham. Trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. Tries it from the top of the key. Almost, but it rolls out.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they had.
There's the 3. And Mr. Clutch pulls it down. Mr. Clutch has got his 16th rebound on the night. Catherine, good.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Ball passes to Branham. San Antonio again missing. On offense, here are the Pacers. To the middle, shot from 6. And again, it's Indiana.
We're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Ball passes to Sohan. Here's Branham. There's the pass to Sohan. Pocket 6.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Branham can't get it to go.
It has not been his game so far. I mean, he's trying his best, giving great effort, but little is going his way.
Puts up a 3. Connects again from distance. There's his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Passes it to WEMBY. Here's Sohan, covered by Siakam. Ball outside. Pass to Johnson. Trying to get something going. And Mr. Clutch pulls it down.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Back to Halliburton. Good work there as it goes. Halliburton's got 32 points.
Tyrese Halliburton so capable of playing multiple positions and roles for this team. And tonight, he's embraced being the scorer.
And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
Indiana ball. Substitution on the court.
Seems like every time we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
And with their offensive firepower, have the Pacers Clark maxed out at that end of the floor?
There's still a lot of room for this team to grow offensively, Kevin. A low rate of free throws is something that's valuable. And a relatively low rate of threes and offensive boards, those are areas that can get better. I think there's another level they have to reach yet.
We got T.J. McConnell, Walker out there with Aaron Neesmith. And there's Jackson, and it's Mr. Clutch in the two-guard. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Johnson outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Vassell. Here's Wembenyama.
Wembenyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
Down low. A nice shot by Neesmith.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. Amu passes to Wembenyama. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembenyama inside. Hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Here's Champagne. He's covered by McConnell. Shot by Champagne, no good. Pass to Mr. Clutch. Three-pointer. And it's Mamukelashvili with the rebound. Spurs shooting in this fourth quarter pretty dire at 27%. Champagne passes to Vassell. And they have their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Indiana's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. And Walker kicks to McConnell. And there's the pass to Mr. Clutch. Tries a 3. And good! There's another.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Wembenyama looking it over. Passes to Johnson. Pacers with the rebound. Pass to Mr. Clutch. Launches it.
Pacers foul, Isaiah Jackson. 4th personal foul. 5th team foul. Substitution on the court.
The Spurs shooting 23% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Ball passes to Mamukelashvili. Now here's Paul. Inside. Passing, no good. Indiana's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Pass to Mr. Clutch. And it seems each season more things can be subject to video review. You a fan of that, Greg?
You know, I'm a fan of keeping the game moving. I'm not sure I'd get rid of review, but I sure would like the league to find a way to speed them up.
Here's Branham, guarded by Walker. Here's Mamukelashvili. Bangs over the trifecta. Mamukelashvili has got himself on the board with 3 there. McConnell kicks to Walker. The pass to Mr. Clutch. Branham pulls it in. To the paint, here's Mamukelashvili. And the rejection by Jackson. Passes it to Mr. Clutch. Puts up a 3. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take Spurs ball. And so it's San Antonio with it. Paul surveying the floor. Pass to Branham. That three-pointer off the mark.
One made three formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Pass to Neesmith. The pass to Mr. Clutch. And he knocks down the jumper. 67 for Mr. Clutch. Here's Branham looking to end his cold spell. Second chance shot. Great D that time for Mr. Clutch.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
A three ball. And yeah, never missed it.
Number 70.
He's unbelievable.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Out to the wing. Indiana moving it around. Ricardo passes to Walker. Here's Mr. Clutch. Three-pointer on the way. The shot scored on the assist by Walker.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Pacers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt. I thought an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense. But, man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And in the season series, they'll end up taking the upper hand with this first victory for the matchup. A 1-0 record against San Antonio.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Mr. Clutch.
You know, getting a triple-double isn't easy because I never had one of those, but somehow he made it look easy, just showing you how versatile this game is.
There's 42 seconds left in the fourth. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Passes it to Champagne. And that time, also a missed shot. This could get even more out of him if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Fires from deep. A rebound by the Spurs. To the wing right side. Branham. And the three off target. Here's Mr. Clutch. Takes the three. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly. The other is searching for answers that they couldn't find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go.
Paki-subscribe sa video ko at i-like para hindi kita durugin sa laro.
Oo, magsusubscribe kami!